Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best musicals of all time, on stage or on screen, including revivals and film adaptations. We'll be excluding Disney animated films, though.
Wandering free, wish I could be part of that world.
Number 100, High School Musical. One of the most successful Disney Channel made-for-TV films, this bop-to-the-top musical became an enduring franchise. Directed by Kenny Ortega, the film follows basketball team captain Troy Bolton and new transfer Gabriela Montez as they audition for the school musical, to the disapproval of their high school cliques. The charm of this Romeo and Juliet meets Grease musical is undoubtedly due to its best-selling soundtrack. Its many earworms include Get Your Head in the Game, We're All in This Together, and the top 10 hit Breaking Free.
We're breaking free!
Today, High School Musical soundtrack is certified quintuple platinum for sales, and the musical is certified gold in the hearts of its still passionate fandom.
We're all in this together, and it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true.
Number 99, 6.
So I picked up a pen and a microphone. History's about to get overthrown. Welcome to the show, to the History Mix.
Let us tell you a story about history, or herstory. This West End musical reimagines the famous six wives of the infamous Henry VIII as pop star divas vying for who had it worst with the Mad King.
You think for a moment, I grant you a moment, just hold up there.
All queens get a chance to shine, from first wife Catherine of Aragon's defiant "No way" to Anne Boleyn's bubbly "Don't lose your head." There is also the attractive Catherine Howard's heartbreaking "All You Wanna Do."
I think we can all agree I'm the 10 amongst these threes. And ever since I was a child, it'd make the boys go wild.
Every queen has lost in life, as they are quick to realize, but they certainly win in pop song aplomb, and the end of the musical sees them bond together in true sisterhood solidarity. Six was nominated for several Olivier Awards, including Best New Musical. Keep on slaying, queens. Number 98, Caroline or Change. This Janine Tesori-Tony Kushner musical about a black maid working for a white family in the 60s is highly acclaimed and extremely powerful.
Just like no one. I don't want it. I ain't some rag pig. I ain't some jackdaw. I don't want your husband's money.
No,
Got a load of laundry left, so
excuse
excuse me, Mrs. Gelman. From now on, I'll check every pocket, put the money in the bleach cup.
The score mixes African-American spirituals and the blues with traditional Jewish folk music for this tale of devastating culture clash in segregation-era America.
And some folks go to school at night, and some folks march for civil rights, and I don't. I ain't got the hood. I can't hardly breathe.
Caroline or Change won the Laurence Olivier Award for Best New Musical, but faced stiff competition at the 2004 Tony Awards, only winning one. A 2021 revival on Broadway was even better received than the original, and audiences have grown to appreciate this challenging yet beautiful musical drama.
I'm looking for ounces of love.
High above, in the clouds,
Asking you, tell me now
why I cry.
Number 97, Something Rotten.
This box could be on top. This box could be on top. Man, I'm gonna sizzle, man, I'm gonna pop. And this box gonna be on top.
It's hard to not be the Bard. Playwright brothers Nick and Nigel Bottom struggle to compete with the arrogant but popular William Shakespeare in 1590s London. Luckily, Nostradamus is here to tell the Bottom brothers the hit of the future, a musical about a young prince and something about omelets.
Wait a minute. You wrote omelet?
This hilarious comedy of errors features several earworms, including Nick's amusing rant, "God, I hate Shakespeare," and Shakespeare's own lament about the price of fame and hard to be the Bard.
'Cause it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's really, really hard. It's sexy, but it's hard. This bar that I'm raising to be
amazing, it's hard. It's hard.
And then there is the cleverly constructed ode to all musicals showstopper, A Musical. Created by Carrie and Wayne Kirkpatrick, along with John O'Farrell, Something Rotten went on to be nominated for several Tonys and Drama Desk Awards. Nothing rotten about this musical.
And then you got yourself a musical. A musical. La 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 la, a musical.
Number 96, Once.
If your life was gone, how long do you think you'd stay living?
This romantic Irish indie film is a tuneful success. When street musician guy meets girl, what follows is a sweet but forbidden romance, as girl has a Czech husband coming for her. One standout song, Falling Slowly, won the Academy Award for Best Original Song for the year. The film as a whole won Best Foreign Film at the 23rd Independent Spirit Awards.
'Cause this is what I've waited for. Your chance to even up the score.
Once's romantic charm and successful soundtrack even led to a minimalist stage adaptation by the same name. This adaptation was also critically acclaimed and won the Tony for Best Musical for 2012. No one fell slowly for this musical.
Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it loud.
Number 95, Victor Victoria.
Oh, how I love this crazy world.
This classic queer musical comedy is one for the books. Directed by Blake Edwards, it follows Julie Andrews as impoverished soprano Victoria living in 30s Paris. Gay performer Toddy convinces Victoria to pass herself as a female impersonator, although not everyone is convinced she truly is a he. This madcap film songs are solidly diegetic, performed as nightclub numbers, including the iconic routine Le Jazz Hot.
Oh, so baby, the jazz hot, maybe what's holding my soul together.
Other highlights include Victoria's solo, Crazy World, and Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois is like a shiny toy. The prairie state is proud to state that it's its pride and joy.
Andrews' voice and crystal-cut diction are as golden as ever. The music, composed by the legendary Henry Mancini with lyricist Leslie Bricusse, even won its creators an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score or Adaptation. Number 94, Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
I'm pulling the weight down from the shelf. Suddenly I'm Miss Farrah Fawcett from TV.
Speaking of queer musicals, this cult classic is an unforgettable musical romp. In East Germany, Hedwig Robinson has an American soldier propose marriage, only for her husband to later leave her for another man. Regardless, Hedwig embraces her female identity and forms a rock band, the Angry Inch.
Fire shot down from the sky in boats like shining blaze of a knife.
While the original 1998 off-Broadway musical by Stephen Trask and John Cameron Mitchell was well received, the film adaptation became a cult favorite, as well as winning an audience award at the Sundance Film Festival. The musical finally premiered on Broadway in 2014 to much acclaim, and there have been many international productions. Number 93, Miss Saigon.
I still believe the time will come when nothing keeps us apart.
The musical musical and the operatic world meet once again in harmonious tandem. Fresh off their success with the blockbuster Les Misérables, Claude Michel Schönberg and Alain Boublil adapted Giacomo Puccini's classic opera Madame Butterfly into Miss Saigon, set during the Vietnam War. This forbidden love story between a U.S. Marine and a Vietnamese bar girl includes passionate duets, such as Sun and Moon and Last Night of the World.
Played on a solo saxophone. It's telling me to hold you tight.
But it's Kim's searing ode to her son, I'd Give My Life for You, that is a true standout.
You will be who you want to be. You can choose whatever heaven grants.
Another iconic piece includes the famous helicopter rescue. While Miss Saigon never achieved the heights of its predecessor, it was a smashing commercial success and as of 2024, is Broadway's 14th longest-running show. Number 92, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
I hear the sound of good solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's the bold, brave spring of a tiger that quickens your walk.
We believe in this musical. This Frank Lesser show follows window washer J. Pierpont Finch's rise to the top of the corporate world with the help of the titular book. For its comic charm and trenchant satire of the business world, the musical won 7 Tony Awards and even snagged the 1962 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. It was eventually adapted into a 1967 film by the same title.
Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. Rosemary.
Standout numbers include Finch's ecstatic Rosemary, the sweetly tongue-in-cheek I Believe in You, and the showstopper Brotherhood of Man. Lesser's score is as charming as ever, and the depiction of the corporate world's many absurdities are still relevant today. Number 91, Spamalot. The classic film comedy Monty Python and the Holy Grail was finally adapted into a musical by John Dupre and Eric Idle. A lighthearted parody of Arthurian legend, Spamalot is a side-splitter of a comedy. Its score includes the cheerfully idiotic positivity of the Always Look on the Bright Side of Life from the film, and several meta-songs, such as the song that goes like this, and the uproarious Diva's Lament.
Now we're halfway through Act 2, and I've had nothing yet to do. I've been off stage for far too long.
The musical was commercially and critically successful, going on to be nominated for 14 Tony Awards and winning Best Musical. Looking at the bright side of life definitely paid off in this respect.
Set your mind on what you find.
And there's nothing you can do. You can do.
Number 90, Heathers the Musical. We'd walk into this trio's candy store. High school teen Veronica Sawyer gets entangled with the Heathers, a clique of mean girls all called Heather, and becomes attracted to the new kid JD. An adaptation of the darkly satirical teen 80s comedy by the same name, Heathers the Musical was a surprise off-Broadway hit, transferring to the West End and gaining a passionate cult following in the process.
Please, Veronica, open the door. Veronica, can we not fight anymore? Please, can we not fight anymore? Veronica, sure you're scared. I've been there. I can set you free.
Popular numbers that have even gone viral include the rock banger Candy Store, JD's Desperate Meant to Be Yours, and the wistful duet between JD and Veronica 17.
Let us be 17 if we've still got the right.
You know your musical has made it when Riverdale devotes a whole episode to it. Number 89, La Cage aux Folles. Number 88. Falsettos. Number 87. Blood Brothers.
Tell me it's not true, though it's here before me. Say it's just a dream.
Number 86. Once on This Island.
And when they see you safe with me, the gods will smile. They'll
Number 85. Parade.
I will speak for you.
The things I see in you. It means a man who isn't guilty doesn't have to walk the plank.
This award-winning musical is a heartbreaking exploration of the dark side of America. Written by Jason Robert Brown, this musical is based on the real-life criminal trial of Jewish-American Leo Frank in 1913. Its book writer, Alfred Urey, was even connected to the case through his great-uncle, who owned the factory Frank had worked at. When Frank is accused of the murder of a young employee, he falls victim to the bloody legacy of the Confederacy. Parade's score is a subtle patchwork of contemporary pop, traditional Southern music, and gospel.
We gave our lives for the old hills of Georgia, the old red hills of old.
Both the original production and its revival went on to be nominated for several Tony Awards, proving that tales of racial segregation and anti-Semitism are still sadly relevant today.
You don't have the right to know a man that wasn't good. He's a decent man.
Number 84. Showboat.
But old man River, he just keeps rolling along.
Number 83. Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard, headline Boulevard. Getting there is only the beginning.
Number 82. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
The dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do.
Number 81. The Wiz.
Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, ease on down the road.
Number 80. Top Hat.
Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain.
Fred Astaire was matched with many excellent dance partners, including Eleanor Powell and Sid Charisse. But it's his legendary partnership with Ginger Rogers that led to a string of wonderful dance movie musicals. One of them, Top Hat, featured the music of Irving Berlin, including timeless standards such as Cheek to Cheek and Top Hat, White Tie and Tails. Astaire and Rogers combine elegance with technical precision for a truly formidable duo. Astaire himself shows off his tap dancing prowess in an iconic performance of Top Hat. 1 year later, Astaire and Rogers would triumph once again with the hit Swing Time, this time using composer Jerome Kern's work with lyricist Dorothy Fields. Still, the iconography of Top Hat can't be bested.
And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Number 79. A Little Night Music.
But where are the clouds? Quicksand in the clouds.
Number 78. In the Heights.
Turn up the stage lights. We're taking a flight to come the days in the life of what it's like in Washington Heights.
Number 77. Porgy and Bess. Number 76. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Number 75. Hair.
Give me a head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flax and waxen. Give me down to there, hair, shoulder ain't no longer.
One of the most controversial musicals of its era, Hair captures the political activism and gleeful irreverence of 60s youth counterculture. With a racially integrated cast, nudity, and a trenchant anti-war critique, Hair follows a group of hippies as they struggle against their conservative culture. Not only that, but it was the first concept musical on Broadway with a contemporary rock score. Some highlights include the titular number, the sweetly lilting Good Morning Starshine, and the catchy acid trip Hare Krishna. Though plotless, Hair nevertheless packs a dramatic punch, especially with its 1979 film adaptation's gut punch of a twist ending. Many songs were so influential they were even used at Vietnam War protests. Bold and uncompromising, the musical's pacifist message is more daring than ever. Number 74, 1776.
I say vote yes, vote yes, vote for independence. Open up a window. I say vote yes, vote for independence. Open up a window.
Number 73, Avenue Q.
On Avenue Q, on Avenue Q, on Avenue Q, but not when we're together.
Number 72, Mamma Mia.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen.
Number 71, Les Parapluies de Cherbourg.
Tu sais bien que ce n'est pas possible. Ne te quitte mon amour, il faudra pourtant que je parte.
Number 70, A Star is Born.
Don't wanna know another kiss, no other name falling off my lips.
This tale of a washed-up actor mentoring a young female star on the rise has become one of Hollywood's most beloved and much remade stories. But it's this 1954 musical film adaptation of the original 1937 film that best realizes this vision. In fact, it's considered one of the greatest movie musicals by the American Film Institute.
When I get to that Swanee song.
Here, Judy Garland interprets beloved standards by George Gershwin, Harold Arlen, and Richard Rodgers with bold, heartbreaking pathos. One performance in particular, The Man That Got Away, composed by Arlen with lyrics by Ira Gershwin, was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Song.
It's all a crazy game.
It is now one of the most iconic musical sequences in cinema. Garland's star never fades with us. Number 69, Merrily We Roll Along.
We're opening doors, singing, look who's here, beginning to sail on a dime. That faraway shore's getting very near. We have nothing to fear, we haven't got time.
Number 68, A Strange Loop.
So days like this just get me. I hate days like today. Days when I face myself but see the same reflection. Someone who's stuck rewriting and stuck in his own way.
Number 67, Evita. Number 66, Sweet Charity.
Hey, big spender!
Number 65, Ragtime.
And we will ride on the wheels of a dream.
Historical musicals were never so heartbreaking. Based on E.L. Doctorow's 1975 novel, the musical follows three distinct groups. Eastern European immigrants represented by Tata, upper-class families represented by Mother, and African Americans represented by Harlem musician Coalhouse Walker Jr. all struggle to realize the American dream. Historical figures such as Booker T. Washington, J.P. Morgan, and Harry Houdini also appear. Composed by Stephen Flaherty with lyrics by Lynn Ahrens, Ragtime's portrayal of culture and class clash leads to both a tragic and hopeful finale.
And to say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles that are more than black or white.
Nominated for numerous Tony and Drama Desk Awards, this musical's message about the importance and difficulties of achieving true equality still resonate today. Number 64, Urinetown.
We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
Number 63, Kinky Boots. Number 62, The Greatest Showman. Number 61, Fun Home.
Your swagger and your bearing and just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots.
Number 60, Carousel.
If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way.
You will never walk alone with this legendary musical. Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II's second musical together is an undisputed classic. Indeed, Carousel's score features many beautiful showcases, from the lyrical Mr. Snow to the lighthearted June is Bustin' Out All Over. For an operatic tour de force, look no further than Billy's Soliloquy, featuring some of Hammerstein's best character writing.
But my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me.
The inspirational You'll Never Walk Alone became not just a pop standard, but a football tradition, particularly for Liverpool. And of course, there is the heartbreaking If I Loved You, one of Broadway's best love songs, performed by countless artists. This musical was a personal favorite of Rodgers himself, and a favorite with all of the world. Number 59, Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812.
But when we fall in love, we wake up, and we are a god, and angels weep.
Number 58, Billy Elliot, the Musical.
Electricity sparks inside of me.
Number 57, Little Shop of Horrors. Number 56, Aida.
What it is to be in love and how that love returns.
Is it written in the stars? Are we paying for some crime?
Number 55, Matilda, the Musical.
When
This Tim Minchin musical is far from revolting. The original West End production of Matilda won 7 Olivier Awards in 2012, including Best New Musical, and its Broadway production was nominated for 13 Tony Awards, winning 5.
Even if a little you could do a lot, you mustn't let a little thing like little stop you.
Critics praised the musical's clever and witty adaptation of Roald Dahl's book, even improving it in some cases. The musical's film adaptation in 2022 was also well received, though it had a limited theatrical release in the US before it went into streaming on Netflix. Standout numbers include Naughty, When I Grow Up, and that stunning feat of choreography, Revolting Children.
We can SB out how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is right. Everyone Norty. We're a little bit naughty.
For a kids musical that packs a grown-up punch, you won't go wrong with this one. Number 54, Kiss Me Kate. Number 53, The Color Purple. Number 52, Man of La Mancha.
To fight for the right, without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause.
Number 51, 42nd Street. Number 50, Dear Evan Hansen.
I don't know how I would even start if I could tell her, if I could tell her.
Was there ever a musical theater fandom as passionate as the one for this Broadway musical? With a score by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, Dear Evan Hansen follows the titular socially anxious teen as he accidentally becomes a celebrity following the death of a classmate. The musical was nominated for 9 Tony Awards and won 6, including Best Musical.
On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waiting through a window.
The film adaptation, however, with Ben Platt reprising his stage role, was a box office and critical disappointment.
'Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention.
Still, many songs from the show became popular in their own right, including Waving Through a Window and You Will Be Found. We're glad the world found this musical.
When you're broken on the ground, you will be found. Let the sun stream in, 'cause you'll reach up and rise again.
Number 49, La La Land. Number 48, The King and I. Number 47, Moulin Rouge.
Love left us up where we belong.
Get down! Get down!
Where eagles fly on a mountain high.
Number 46, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Number 45, Hadestown. This Greek myth makes for a powerful musical. Written and conceived by Anais Mitchell, Hadestown is a retelling of the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, set in a post-apocalyptic setting inspired by America's Great Depression.
I knew you before we met, and I don't even know you yet. All I know is you're someone I have always known.
First staging the work as a sung-through musical in Vermont, Mitchell eventually released a concept album in 2010. The show eventually made it to Broadway, receiving 14 Tony nominations and winning 8, including Best Musical. Fusing 20s swing and ragtime with contemporary indie folk rock, Hadestown's score takes risks both musically and thematically. Highlights include the longing Wait For Me strain and its climactic reprise, as well as the politically charged Why We Build the Wall.
How does the wall keep us free?
How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy.
This powerful show about poverty and inequality shows the way. Number 44, Waitress.
Till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone.
Number 43, Newsies.
And the world will know, and the journal too. Mr. Hearst and Pulitzer, have we got news for you?
Number 42, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
Number 41, Spring Awakening.
Just a bitch of living, asking what went wrong. Do they think we want this? Oh, who knows?
Number 40, The Music Man.
Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool.
That this show won the Tony for Best Musical over the legendary West Side Story is considered one of the most controversial Tony picks. Fortunately, Meredith Willson's musical adaptation of his memoir proved to be a classic in its own right. This beloved score features many clever patter songs, such as the opening, and conman Harold Hill's satiric You Got Trouble. There's also the beautiful love song Till There Was You, interpreted by many artists, from Peggy Lee to the Beatles to Ray Charles.
No, I never saw them at all till there was you.
Also, it features one of the best marches ever written, 76 trombones, in one of Broadway's most impressive finales. From the Beatles to Simpsons parodies, the musical's influence lives on. Number 39, Dreamgirls. Number 38, Jesus Christ Superstar.
I don't like what I see. All I ask is that you listen to me. And remember, I've been your right-hand man all along.
Number 37, Next to Normal.
Will you watch as I drown? I wonder why. Are you bleeding? Are you wishing? Are you wanting all that she can't give?
Number 36, The Book of Mormon.
Whoa!
I'll just leave it here. It has a lot of information you can really use.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is
Jesus Christ.
You have a lovely home.
Hello.
It's an amazing book.
Number 35, Funny Girl.
Get ready for me, love, cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around a cloud of rain on my parade.
Barbra Streisand's performance in this Julie Stein and Bob Merrill musical, as well as her reprise in the celebrated film adaptation, is the stuff of legend. Following Broadway star Fanny Brice, the musical features many spectacular numbers, such as The Lyrical People, and in the film My Man.
Oh, my man, I love him so, he'll never know.
And Fanny's show-stopping Act 1 finale, Don't Rain on My Parade, has really sunk into the cultural consciousness. Since Streisand, it has been performed by many great singers, most notably by Leah Michele.
No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people.
The film adaptation is considered one of the best movie musicals by the American Film Institute, and the stage musical itself has enjoyed a long life on stage through various productions. Nobody is going to rain on this show's parade. Number 34, Guys and Dolls. Number 33, Anything Goes. Number 32, My Fair Lady.
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. Your eyes are red. And still
now say good night. Please turn out the light. Please, it's really time for you to be.
Number 31, Mary Poppins.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Number 30, Hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have this musical back where it belongs, on this list. Jerry Herman's exuberant take on Thornton Wilder's farce was a critical and commercial hit. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, Hello, Dolly's winsome score includes the titular big band number, made into a hit by Louis Armstrong.
Look who's here.
Dolly, this is Louis.
Hello, Louis.
Dolly.
But there's also the romantic love duet It Only Takes a Moment, and the ensemble piece Put On Your Sunday Clothes. Hello, Dolly was eventually adapted into a film directed by Gene Kelly. Though the film was a box office disappointment, it was nominated for a handful of Oscars and had its own influence, recently referenced in the Pixar movie WALL-E. It's clear Dolly will never go away again. Number 29, Come From Away.
When the sun is coming up and the world is coming short, if you're hoping for a harbor, then you'll find an open door. In the winter, from the water to whatever's in the way, to the ones who have come from away. Welcome to the Rock.
Number 28, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
It's priest. Have a little priest.
Is it really good?
Sir, it's too good, at least. Then again, they don't commit sins of the flesh, so it's pretty fresh.
Number 27, Sunday in the Park with George.
Towards the bird calls of trees.
Number 26, An American in Paris. Number 25, Grease.
We're for each other, like a wop, wop, you wop, wop, and boom. Just like my brother, sha-la-la-la, dippity-dip-dip.
The High School Musical before High School Musical, Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey created this show based on Jacobs' own high school experience in the 50s. Rough and raunchy, with themes of teen rebellion and sexual exploration, Grease's edges were sanded off in later productions, particularly in its blockbuster film adaptation. The film became the highest-grossing musical film of its time, even culminating in a forgotten sequel. An original song for the film, Hopelessly Devoted to You, was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song.
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Other highlights include the fun Summer Nights, and Rizzo's pointed There Are Worse Things I Could Do. Grease is still very popular, with a 2016 live TV production and countless community productions. What a legacy. Number 24, a chorus line.
Away from the mirror, from the top, a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Number 23, Company.
Someone to make you come through, always always be there, as frightened as you of being alive.
Number 22. Annie. Number 21. Oliver.
In spite of what you see, I'm sure that he needs me.
Number 20. Stormy Weather.
Boy, he got educated feet. Boy, I practice all the time.
A very loose dramatization of the life of Bill Bojangles Robinson, this film proved seminal in many key ways. For one thing, it features an all-African-American cast starring Robinson, Lena Horne, Cab Calloway, and Katherine Dunham. For another, there is the astounding performance of the Nicholas brothers in Jump and Jive, a jaw-droppingly athletic dance number that still impresses today. Fred Astaire himself claimed that it was, quote, the greatest movie musical number he had ever seen. And true to the title, we witness Lena Horne's sweet rendition of Harold Arlen's smoky torch song, Stormy Weather.
Stormy weather, since my man and I ain't together.
It's no wonder the Library of Congress selected this film for preservation in the National Film Registry. This movie musical opened a lot of doors.
No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you, for you, for you, for you.
Number 19. Cats.
We can balance the bars, we can run on a wire. Jellicles can and jellicles do, jellicles can and jellicles do.
Dance musicals are notoriously very tricky to pull off. Andrew Lloyd Webber's choice to adapt T.S. Eliot's poems about anthropomorphic cats into a musical made many investors skittish about its prospects. The musical, however, was a smashing success, becoming the 5th longest-running show on Broadway and the 8th longest-running on the West End. Its many excellent showcases include the high-energy Jellicle Ball and the slinky jazz number McCavity.
There never was a cat of such deceitfulness and suavity. He always has an alibi and one or two to spare.
But the emotional linchpin of the musical belongs to Grisabella's powerful solo memory, a darkly beautiful melody that never fails to bring down the house.
To me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory.
The film adaptation of this iconic show may have greatly disappointed, but the impact of the stage musical lives on, now and forever. Number 18. The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, the Wiz of a Wiz, if ever a Wiz there was.
There is no list complete without the inclusion of this behemoth. This 1939 film seems to transcend all classifications. That's how deeply ingrained it is in American culture. But Harold Arlen and Edgar Yip Harburg songs for the film have become standards in their own right. Who doesn't know the catchy refrain and dexterous lyrics of Follow the Yellow Brick Road or Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead?
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, oh, witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead.
But the true standout is the very first number, Over the Rainbow, sung by Judy Garland as Dorothy in a legendary performance. This poignant, longing ballad won the Academy Award for Best Original Song and has been interpreted by countless artists ever since.
Over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
It's very hard to surpass this artistic legacy. Number 17. Oklahoma.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top.
But of course, even Arlen and Harburg can't compete with the musical dream team of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Their first musical together was a smash hit, both critically and commercially. It quite literally changed Broadway musicals for good with its integrated book and score, even winning a special Pulitzer. Ironically, Oklahoma's innovations blended the world of 19th century European operetta, complete with a ballet sequence, with that of wholesome Americana. Rogers' classical lyricism is evident in the supple strains of Surrey with a Fringe on Top, and Curly and Laurie's enemies to lovers love duet, People Will Say We're in Love.
Let people say we're in love.
There is also the rousing title song with full chorus, and Hammerstein's elegant lyrics. It's a musical triumph that still holds up today.
We say, yo, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma.
Number 16, Into the Woods.
To the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey.
The protege of Oscar Hammerstein II, Stephen Sondheim has also made his own mark in musical theater history. One of his most beloved musicals, written with James Lapine, has to be this 1986 musical. Nominated for 10 Tony Awards, Into the Woods interweaves the stories of several fairy tale characters like Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood into one narrative. This dark comedy satirizes and questions the reputed morality of fairy tales and the nuances lost in black and white portrayals of good and evil.
So nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world.
The satire and social commentary were sadly lost in translation in the Disney film adaptation, but the musical still enjoys a sterling critical reputation today.
Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't, so then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong. Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong.
Number 15, Fiddler on the Roof.
And in the circle of our little village, we've always had our special types.
This legendary musical is one of the most beloved in the canon. Composed by Jerry Bach, with lyrics by Sheldon Harnick, Fiddler follows the family of the piously Jewish Tevye and the drama that arises when his 3 daughters marry for love. The gems of this unforgettable score are countless. These include the iconic opening tradition and Tevye's comic solo, If I Were a Rich Man.
If I were a rich man, all day long I'd bum. If I were a wealthy man.
There's also the beautifully lyrical Sunrise Sunset and the sensational Bottle Dance, a spectacular bit of choreography by Jerome Robbins himself. Beautifully tragic, Fiddler won 9 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, and its revivals have been similarly lauded.
Sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the leaves.
Number 14, The Sound of Music.
I go to the hills when my heart is lonely.
Our hearts come alive with the sound of this music. Rogers and Hammerstein strike again with this fictionalization of the life of the Von Trapp family. Winning Best Musical at the 1960 Tony Awards, it was subsequently adapted into a beloved film starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. Rogers' score is as winning as ever, filled with gems such as the titular opening and the minor key waltz, My Favorite Things.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
There's also the tender Viennese-inspired Edelweiss and the grandly operatic Climb Every Mountain. The Sound of Music was the last Rogers and Hammerstein collaboration, as the latter sadly died of stomach cancer months after its premiere. A fitting legendary musical for a legendary career. Number 13, Singin' in the Rain.
Morgen! Guten Morgen! Good morning to you!
The apotheosis of movie musicals is undoubtedly this classic, co-directed by Gene Kelly and Stanley Donen. Number 1 in AFI's greatest movie musicals list, Singin' in the Rain is considered one of the greatest American films of all time. And it's a jukebox musical at that. That's right, Arthur Freed reintroduced his back catalog with Nacio Herb Brown in this film, writing one new song, Make 'em Laugh.
Make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh.
Betty Comden and Adolph Green also contributed the winsome Moses Supposes, but it's Freed and Herb Brown's Singin' in the Rain, performed winningly by Kelly, that has enjoyed a long cultural life, with both song and dance omnipresent in pop culture.
I'm happy again.
Who doesn't know this glorious feeling? Number 12, Cabaret.
No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum.
Life is a cabaret, old chum. Perhaps John Kander and Fred Ebb's most enduring musical, Cabaret is as winning as it is unflinchingly dark. Set partially among the flourishing queer culture of early 30s Berlin, it's also a cautionary tale of the rise of fascism and the complacency that led to its rise. Highlights include the sinister MC's Vaudevillian Willkommen and Sally Bowles' cabaret songs at the Kit Kat Club. These include the titular Cabaret, as well as 2 songs added to the movie, Mein Herr and the earnest Maybe This Time.
Well, all the odds are they're in my favor. Something's bound to begin.
The stage version won the Tony Award for Best Musical, along with 7 others. Its iconic film adaptation was also a smash success, with a great performance by Liza Minnelli, winning a boatload of Oscars. We'll always return to this cabaret. Number 11, Gypsy, a musical fable.
Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up roses.
Everything came up roses for this musical. The life of Gypsy Rose Lee and her complicated stage mother Mama Rose is given a formidable life by Julie Stein and Stephen Sondheim in this musical adaptation. The best numbers include Let Me Entertain You, whose clever lyrics double as both wholesome showbiz Americana and striptease innuendo.
Let me entertain you, and we'll have a real good time, yes sir.
June's boyfriend Tulsa also gets a sleekly jazzy solo, All I Need Is the Girl. Then there are Mama Rose's brassy showcases. These include the canny Small World, the brassy Act 1 finale Everything's Coming Up Roses, and her Act 2 mental breakdown Rose's Turn.
Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gangway world, get off of my runway. Starting now, I bet 1,000. This time, boys, I'm taking the balls and...
Lauded by many critics as one of the greatest musicals ever, the dark side of show business has never sounded this golden. Number 10, The Producers.
Mr. Biala, we can do it. Song you've got me wrong. I've seen so long I'm not as strong a person as you think. We can do it. Mr. Biala, we can do it. Look, I'm not a drink champagne.
What happens when you intentionally try to create the worst musical? You get a great one, of course. This delightful musical comedy by Mel Brooks alone has set the record for winning 12 Tony Awards out of 15 nominations, the most in Broadway history.
We can't miss.
They were created to be hated. Every other stock and love.
Where did Brooks go right? In the show, producer Max Bialystock cooks up a scheme to get rich off a Broadway musical designed to bomb, roping in hapless accountant Leo Bloom. The musical in question? A breezy comedy about the glories of Hitler's Nazi Germany. Needless to say, the sweet and campy strains of Springtime for Hitler are taken as satire by audiences, making the intended bomb a smash success. It's a great romp, pulled off with spectacular panache.
Oh, it ain't no mystery if it's politics or history. The thing you gotta know is
everything is showbiz.
Number 9. Hairspray.
I can hear the bells. My ears are ringing. I can hear the bells. The bridesmaids are singing.
Hair is serious business in musicals, and so is Hairspray. Based on the 1988 film, this Mark Shaman show follows the life of cheerful plus-size Tracy Turnblad living in 60s Baltimore. Making friends with her African-American classmates, Tracy becomes an ally, racially integrating the Miss Teenage Hairspray competition. Hairspray features catchy songs like Good Morning Baltimore, the gushing I Can Hear the Bells, and the rousing finale You Can't Stop the Beat.
You can't stop the beat. That's the 61st song alive. A man and woman I can shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake it, shake it with all of my might.
The original Broadway production won the Tony Award for Best Musical, as well as 7 others. The film adaptation was also well received, with its soundtrack selling over 1 million copies. No one can stop the beat of this musical. Number 8. The Lion King. The king of the Broadway stage is this stage adaptation of a Disney classic. The Lion King is the 3rd longest-running show in Broadway history, grossing over $8 billion worldwide. The production, directed by Julie Taymor, distinguishes itself from the film in its beautiful sets and dazzling puppetry. It also added new songs to the score, including Zazu's Morning Report, The Madness of King Scar, and Shadowland. Combining Shakespearean gravitas and African splendor, The Lion King is a triumph of collaboration, featuring the talents of Elton John, Tim Rice, Lee Boehm, Taymor herself, and Hans Zimmer. This is one circle of life we'll be returning to.
There is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done.
Number 7. Rent.
We're not gonna pay last year's rent, this year's rent, next year's rent.
Composer Jonathan Larson's early project, Tick, Tick, Boom, is a semi-autobiographical gem, adapted into an acclaimed film by Lin-Manuel Miranda. But it was Larson's passionate modern retelling of Puccini's La Bohème that truly soared. For one thing, it featured a majority queer cast and themes, portraying the devastating impacts of the AIDS crisis. Other highlights include La Vie Bohème and Take Me or Leave Me. But the Act 2 opener, Seasons of Love, became a pop hit in its own right, reaching 33 in the US Billboard Hot 100 charts. Rent not only won the Tony for Best Musical, but also the Pulitzer Prize for Drama for its portrayal of bohemian life.
To being an us for once instead of a them.
Number 6. Wicked. The Wizard of Oz strikes again, this time in this reimagining of its iconic villain, the Wicked Witch of the West. Based on Gregory Maguire's best-selling novel of the same name, the musical follows green-skinned outcast Elphaba Throp and her complicated friendship with roommate Galinda Upland.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing for your face,
your voice,
your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all.
Elphaba's refusal to turn a blind eye to the injustices of Oz makes her the target of the despotic Wizard of Oz. Stephen Schwartz's score includes the show-stopping Defying Gravity and Glinda's scene-stealing solo Popular. The show's long-awaited film adaptation, the first of a 2-part film, was also wildly successful. Wicked's themes of social justice, fascism, and state propaganda still resonate strongly today, as does its touching portrayal of female friendship.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you.
Number 5. Chicago.
That's good is days.
It's time to rouge our knees and roll our stockings down for this stellar show. A lighter, if just a cynical, sister to Cabaret, Kander and Ebb's 1975 musical is based on a real-life jazz-age murder trial. Its 1996 revival is Broadway's second longest-running show, with its West End revival becoming the longest-running American musical.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down.
The Academy Award-winning film adaptation was also a triumph, introducing general audiences to exquisitely directed performances of Ebb's vaudevillian songs. All That Jazz, We Both Reached for the Gun, and the show-stopping Cell Block Tango are among the highlights of this memorable score. These merry murderesses are our jam. Number 4, The Phantom of the Opera.
With a little illumination, gentlemen.
No list would be complete without the smash West End musical, The Jewel in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Crown. Based on Gaston Leroux's novel of the same name, this luxurious Gothic romance mixed with Lloyd Webber's impressive Puccini pastiche is a combination few have been able to resist.
Sing, my angel of music, sing for me!
Winner of Best Musical at the Tony Awards and the longest-running show ever on Broadway, Phantom's influence is still strong, with a worldwide gross over $6 billion. With its iconic overture, the seductive music of the night, and the sweeping romance of All I Ask of You, the show's musical greatness is undeniable.
Share each day with me, each night, each morning.
With a film adaptation and a stage sequel, it's clear this music of the night is far from over. Number 3, Hamilton.
We won!
The world turned upside down when Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical biography of this famous American revolutionary premiered on Broadway and was met with almost instant critical and audience acclaim. Demand was so great that it became the first Broadway show to gross more than $3 million in a regular 8-performance week.
But we dream in the dark for the most part. Broadcast is really happy. I've got to be in the road. I've got to be in the road.
Notable for being a non-stop rap opera steeped in Broadway idioms and tradition, it won 11 Tonys, including Best Musical, and the 2016 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. The musical's Pro Shot was released to Disney Plus in 2020, becoming the second most streamed film on the platform. And the cast album with beloved songs such as Alexander Hamilton, My Shot, and The Room Where It Happens was certified Diamond. This show did not throw away its shot.
Plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be.
Number 2, Les Misérables. This one surprised many when it premiered in Paris in 1980 at the Palais des Sports. Composed by Claude-Michel Schoenberg with original lyrics by Alain Boublil and Jean-Marc Natel, the show was produced in London and on Broadway a few years later by Cameron Mackintosh.
Take your place with me.
One more day till revolution.
With a superb translation by Herbert Kretzmer, this production won 8 Tony Awards and spawned countless international productions. Highlights from this show include Fontine's I Dreamed a Dream, Eponine's plaintive solo On My Own, and the revolutionary anthem Do You Hear the People Sing. The film adaptation, with Anne Hathaway's award-winning performance of I Dreamed a Dream, was also successful.
And I was young and unafraid. The dreams were made, used, wasted.
It's arguably the world's favorite musical. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. West Side Story.
Tonight, there's only you tonight. What do you want? What do you do? What do you say?
For the best music, lyrics, and book, however, this musical adaptation of Shakespeare's classic Romeo and Juliet is about as perfect as you can get. West Side Story is the product of 4 geniuses. Jerome Robbins' iconic choreography combines the energy of modern jazz with the grace of classical ballet.
Turn off the juice box. Just play it cool, boy.
Composer Leonard Bernstein's heart-grabbing score is a rich blend of American jazz, Latin and Spanish rhythms, and classical gravitas. Young Sondheim shifts seamlessly between youthful satire and romantic yearning in his sharp lyrics. And Arthur Lawrence's book about cultural clash, the immigrant experience, and American racism still resonates profoundly with audiences today. With countless revivals and not 1 but 2 critically acclaimed film adaptations, West Side Story is a classic that time cannot weather away.
You forget I'm in America.
Which other legendary musicals do you feel we missed or should be ranked higher or lower? Let us know in the comments down below.
Make a musical.
Musical? Sure. Make a musical. The new Don Lockwood. He yodels. He jumps about to music.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.